I used to believe that the opposite of love was hate, but actually it's stress.
Yeah.
And because a lot of people will say I'm not a hateful person, but I think everyone will agree that they're a stressed out person.
Yeah. Well, fear is not the opposite of love, it's the separation from it.
Yeah.
Pain and suffering is not the opposite of love, it's a separation from it. Anger, hatred, hostility, violence, it's not the opposite of love, it's the separation from it. So then a person who begins to transform themselves, and we work with prisons, thousands and thousands of prisoners. And these are people that can't even close their eyes and meditate because their instinct tells them something really horrible will happen to them because they've had a turbulent past. The absence of the addiction to the stress hormones is called joy. The body is free. It's no longer out of balance. And people come back into the balance of their true self. They feel like themselves again. Like, God, I feel like myself again. I got my life back. And I just read a testimonial from one of the veterans that we did a study on PTSD just last week in a retreat that we did. These are people that had some pretty turbulent pasts, and that were suicidal. And this guy said, I was ready to take my life. I was ready. I had the pills to end my own misery. And I feel completely different now. I've got my life back. I got my family back. Everything's different, right? I'm different. I feel it. I can't stop crying. So the war ended for him. It ended. He's not an old soldier now. He's a new soldier, right? It ended. So that person who tells the story of their mental health change, the story of their change from their physical health condition, tells the story that's gone from bankruptcy to abundance, the person who tells the story of how the synchronicity of them running into the person that would become the love of their life happened. When they stand on the stage and they tell the story to the collective, there's a change in consciousness because the person's becoming aware there's truth standing right on the stage, that somehow this person has changed and their life and their health has changed, or their future changed in some way. And the person that's speaking it is breaking through a certain level of consciousness or unconsciousness, and surely someone in the audience is going to relate with them. They're going to see, my goodness, if that person can do it, I can do it as well, right? And that's when it gets really fun, because that's when the person believes in themselves a little bit more, right? And their belief in possibility is enhanced, and they're able to make their change in a shorter amount of time. In other words, they're shortening the distance between the thought of what they want and the experience of having it when they do it properly, right?